Okay guys, today we have a 2008 BMW 335i with a no crank, no start. This vehicle was towed in. They did some work before they brought it here. They changed the starter, they changed the battery, and it's still a no crank, no start. So decided to make a video because there's a lot of common issues with this problem. I'll show you exactly what we found. So we ran the scan and it says it's code A0B4. Engine starter operation. So all that code tells you, and this is from the CAS module. Now all that code tells you is that the starter is not operating. The starter relay is actually built within the CAS module itself. Some of the quickest tests you could do to determine what the issue is, first you want to check to see if you have power going to the starter. So if you look down, there's that main starter wire. You probe it and you check to see you got power. In our case, we have 13 volts because I have a charger on, so that's good. You also want to probe the starter to make sure you got ground. We have perfect ground now. Before this, my ground was actually, with a power probe, it was showing 2.4 volts, which you know, the starter itself grounds to the engine, which led me to, I checked the engine to chassis ground, and it was in terrible shape. So this was the engine to chassis ground. Where this ground goes, I repaired it. I already put a new one on, but it goes from the engine mount here, right below the throttle body. It goes from the engine mount to the chassis by the left, to the left side of the subframe. So I replaced that ground. Now my starter's grounding fine, my power is fine. The only thing left to check is there's a signal wire which goes from here to the starter. Now you can see it right there where my power probe is pointed. Right here. It's that white wire right there. Now what I did to that wire, I back probed that wire and I tried cranking the engine and nothing would happen. I tried erasing the code and the code would come right back. Typically, when this happens, there's a hard electrical problem. So either a wire is broken somewhere or there's something going on electrically. Now how the CAS module knows to send a signal, what it expects, whenever the car is off, what happens, the ground off the starter backfeeds through this wire and it goes to the module. So that's how the module knows that the wire is actually good. Now what I did is I unplugged it. It goes to this big connector here. I unplugged it from this connector and this is where the wire comes in. And now I probed this wire, and when you probe it, you should get some sort of signal from the module back. And look, I have the wire probed, there's nothing coming in. So now follow this wire. It comes through this harness here. And it goes all the way back here to this green connector here on the right side engine compartment. So on the green connector, it's the very first wire. And if you could see, if you probe this, there's some signal coming out of that CAS module, which is, 0.0 volts. If we probe it again, where this wire goes to feed the starter, on the other side, there's no signal coming through here at all. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm either gonna find where the broken wire is from over there, all the way to here, which it's a pretty short harness, so it should be very easy to find, or run a new wire from there to here. It's good to actually check to see where the wires are broken, because wherever it's broken within that harness, there might be another wire that's broken with it. So yeah, once that's repaired, the car should start just fine. Figured I'd make a video, and I know this is a common problem on a lot of these Beamers, so